I introduce the travel-size Pringles can, created to originally hold potato chips until the user consumes all the contents. Although destined for a trash bin, some in the world have found uses for this item. And today I will cover 5, count 'em, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Now, an important step to reusing any container is the cleaning process. As the can is made of cardboard, it's advised that you don't stick it in the dishwasher, as the dishwasher uses high-powered jet streams, which are sadly made of water, and even sadder, cardboard is very allergic to water. This will destroy the can and cause massive damage to the dishwasher. This goes for the same with a washing machine or a pressure washer, as the same effects will happen, except the pressure washer will not be damaged. Now, you can still wash this container with water. The only thing is, you cannot use pressurized water. All you need to do is simply turn on your tap, put in soap, put on the cap, shake it around for a little bit, like so, and you will have a clean can. All you need to do is dump it out and either set face up on the counter open to allow for air drying, or set it down on a towel face down. Now, don't use any active heating elements when trying to cool this can, as the bottom is made of metal touching cardboard. Now, some of you may not see the issue with this, but the issue is that it will cause heat transfer. As metal transfers heat much greater than cardboard does, it will heat the cardboard up and cause a possible fire. Now, that goes the same. Do not throw this in a dryer, and definitely don't set it in a candle. Now, let us begin. Numero uno. Now, this first one should be relatively easy. All you need to do is grab some sort of blade, your Pringles can, and of course this video. Now, all you need to do is first you must remove the lid, remove the topper, or the seal, however you may want to call it. Set the can back down. Grab your lid and grab your cutting tool. Axis cutting tool. Discard or trash. And be sure to handle any bladed object with extreme prejudice, as these can damage you as they are sharp. Now, all you need to do is find the center, punch a little hole in it, and so that you have a place to start cutting. And all that you need to do is cut a small slit. Now, you can either just leave it at blade width, or what would be smarter is to cut it a little square out, as to allow the coin to fall through with ease. Now, this is much harder than you might think due to the safety issues, but as long as you stay safe, then you should be fine. Now, if you want to make it look nice and clean, I recommend setting it on a table and cutting this, as doing it in the air, if you may not be able to tell, is quite difficult. Alright. Now, be sure that you have left all sharp edges and make sure that you get rid of them, as they can be damaging, and especially if you want to save special coins, then I recommend that you don't do so. Now, the next step, all you simply need to do is place the lid back on, put it back on your shelf, and find a coin. Now, thankfully, I do have some coins with me, although I'm not very good at this, so they are currently buried. I'll be back with you in just 1 minute. Alright, now that you have your coin, all one simply needs to do is grab your coin. See, we have a United States quarter. You simply put it in, and voila, you have your coin sorter. Now on to number 2. Now, number 2 is a tiny trash can. Now, it is quite easy to use these as trash cans, but due to their small size, you may not want to put large items in it. But it is quite simple. All we need to do to accomplish this is the Pringles can, remove the lid, take off the seal, and start using your trash can. Now, there are many different uses for said trash can. You can put many different things in it. The only thing is you have to make sure it is small enough that it fits within the boundaries of the container. And since I have made quite a mess, I think I have to clean it up. And we will be storing it within this can. And of course, don't forget the cardboard. Now, Pringles cans are great for trash can use, as they are disposable and come disposable. And hence the name, they are a can, believe it or not. And since we happen to have our tool of destruction here, also known as a box cutter, you can easily dispose of this cardboard inside the can. Now, there is also a much better use. You could stick this on your desk and put used gum wrappers in it, as the used gum wrappers are quite good at being compacted, which is great. Which also means, since these are designed to fit into cup holders, that you can use it as a cup holder trash can. Now, number 3. We will be using it as a cheap cup holder. Now, this one I do not recommend for your automobile. As said before, automobiles may get hot, which may cause this to combust the cardboard. Now, these cans happens to be large enough to fit a standard water bottle. And all one needs to do is simply remove the cap, remove the seal, dispose of your seal, and voila, you have 2 cup holders. You have a coaster, which is quite easily disposable, and you have your Pringles can, which can hold a variety of objects. Now, sadly, at the moment, I do not have a bottle to present with this, but I can tell you a standard 9-ounce water bottle will fit, a Red Bull can will fit, no Gatorade bottles will fit, sadly, and any sort of slim can will fit, and, well, speaking of the fact this is actually a good introduction to our next thing. All you simply need to do to accomplish task number 3 is your can, cleaning it, and using it as a storage can. Because these are actually designed to be shelf storable, which means that they stack easily. Here's your example. Boom. Now they self-align due to the concave shape of the lid, and they are relatively stable. And they're durable. And you can stick many things in it, such as crackers, or more chips, or random small objects. Let's say you want to store Legos, or memory cards. All one simply needs to do is open the top and put in your Legos and your memory cards. Now, while I do recommend storing these in a relatively dry environment due to the cardboard, I also recommend a cool environment. But I do not recommend storing jams or jellies in this or any form of liquid for a long period of time, as I do not know the effects that it would have on the cardboard. Now, this final one I really don't recommend whatsoever, but this is a white trash episode, which means that we must do it. Now, all you need is to grab yourself a new Pringles can, and be sure that it is washed out, clean, and simply remove the lid, take off the seal, eat all the chips, and reattach the lid. And now all you need to do is remove the lid, remove the seal, dispose of the seal, set the can down, grab your lid, and you can either cut a slit in it, like so, and leave it so that you have a small portion of the cup showing. Be sure you do this with extreme prejudice, as plastic can become sharp, contrary to many beliefs. Now, while you can do it from the top, I do recommend the bottom, as it is much easier to stick a knife within the curved bottom than it is to stick it in the flat top to go along with the curve of the bottle. And why do you wonder why I'm saying bottle? Because, believe it or not, these can hold water for a long period of time, which means you can use it as a temporary cup. Now, you can either use it with your made sippy cup lid, or as a man cup. Now, if you don't believe me, I have tested this to some extent. Unlike my camera, this is actually very viable and very good. As you see, this can here looks quite normal. There are no obvious color deformities, but believe it or not, this can has survived a total of 48 hours with 95% proof isopropyl alcohol and sealed. Now, I used it to disintegrate paint as a paint thinner so that I could remove it from some door handles. Now, while it may not show very well on the camera, the bottom of this, unlike a normal Pringles can, is very dirty due to the paint adhering to the bottom. And while it probably does not show on the camera, the only noticeable effects that you see within the can is a very slight discoloration within the can from the paint adhering to the other paint within the can. And so, again, I do not recommend this. Now, since this is my first video I have put somewhat effort into, I wish to know what you think and what I can improve. I realize my voice sounds very robotic at the moment, but this is due to me reading off a script that I wrote, and I'm not very good at that. And so please comment down below, insult me, do whatever you please, let the world burn. I wish to know what I can improve in my video and what can be improved overall in the channel. Now, don't be afraid. If you do approve of this video, because you can show your approval by hitting that like button. And if you like the channel so far and this new direction I plan on taking, making one video every week or 2 weeks, I have not decided yet. This depends on how well this video does. But if you wish for more, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, please stay random and stay technical. And don't stop messing around with things, because believe it or not, being random is very fun.